mean, I'll just tell everybody, I went
Yeah,
out to the food bank earlier this morning in Landover, Maryland, and it's right outside Washington.
that was a big
And
one.
and it's a big one. We saw hundreds of people standing in line this morning. And a lot of them were telling us, Harry, that this was the first time they'd ever stood in a line at a food bank. And today was the day when federal workers show up. So this was just federal work. When people see this footage we're about to play, please understand this is Federal Worker Day at the food bank that we saw earlier today. Let's show this. And Harry, and you and I talk about it on the
Yeah.
other side. This is the real people. Here at a food line at a food bank in Maryland, right outside Washington, D.C., talking to federal workers. And some of these workers, this is the first time they've ever had to line up for food, and they're not happy about it. We talked to one lady. She didn't even want to be on camera because she's worried about being retaliated against. And another person told us, why are these politicians in Congress getting paid and they're not?
Damn, man. Look at that.
Hundreds of people.
Yeah. And like you said, these are the federal workers.
What's
These
going
are
through your
federal
mind being
workers.
here this morning?
What's going through my mind?
Yeah.
It's just a necessary thing. Life has different waves, so I'm not looking down on myself or feeling sorry for myself or anything like that.
Gotta have food.
Yeah, it's a necessary thing.
And you're worried about even being on camera, I guess.
Exactly.
And what's it like? I mean, for the federal workers right now, seeing what's happening, the government shut down. It just seems like they're not getting their act together and getting things going.
It's hard to watch. So I've been trying not to watch the news as much because the news will kind of bring me down with everything's going on because it doesn't seem like they're really trying to do anything. And people are making judgment calls about federal workers like we're on paid vacations. We want to be at work. We want to get our paychecks. We want to feed our families. We want to keep a roof over our heads.
You don't want to do this.
Exactly.
You want to work.
I want to work. So I'm over watching TV. I'm over applying for jobs. I'm over everything. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to work. I've been there 23 years. Gave them all my life.
Your whole life.
My whole life I've given to the government. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and have you ever done this before?
Never. This is my second time. I came last week. And this is my second time.
I mean, money's really tight to begin with. And it's just been a whole big stressful thing. Come back to work, and then people got fired, and then people left. And I'm a supervisor, so I understand. And I respect people's individual decisions on what to do. But it's just a very stressful situation. I think that these politicians, if we don't get paid, they shouldn't get paid. And that they should all be sitting at their desks in Congress. If they can't figure out a CR, then they should be working on the regular bill instead of being at home in their districts. They need to work. They need to work. We're paying them to work. Go back to work.
There you go. All right. And we're doing a story on the people getting help. Yeah. Oh, you're a farmer. Oh, how are you? Hi, I'm Jim.
So whatever we can do to help our community, we will do just that.
Yeah. But you seem a little sad about it.
Very sad because it affects me too. Everybody's affected, directly and indirectly. So
A lot of people hurting right now.
yes, sir.
And if you think about it, these federal workers, a lot of them have spent their entire careers working on behalf of the American people. And this is the thanks they get? Standing in a line for food at a food bank during a government shutdown. And then you add on top of that the fact that Obamacare premiums are about to go up, that SNAP benefits are about to expire at the end of this week. We're talking about bailing out other countries like Argentina right now. Where's their bailout? No bailout, Harry. No bailout for the folks who are just trying to put food on the table.
Well, Jim, they don't, as the people said, they don't want to bail out. They want to work.
They want to work.
They don't want handouts. They want to work to be able to afford it. These people are proud people who just want to go to work. It's not a paid vacation. It is stressful as hell wondering, can I afford food? Can I afford my mortgage? Can I afford my rent? Can I afford my auto insurance? Can I keep my electricity on? And that's a whole nother conversation with the raising of electric costs.
Look
But
at
it's
that
just
line.
these
Crazy.
people are just proud people. They don't want to be there. They want to
No.
be. And you know what? The lady who the woman that you interviewed that said she was a supervisor, she makes a very good point. She's like, the hell with the CR. Do a full term funding bill since you already shut down.
Exactly.
We're past CR. And one thing to the Senate's credit, I don't want to give credit, but you have to. They're here working at least. The House is
Yeah.
nowhere to be found. Well, excuse me, Republican members of the House. I'm on the Capitol now. There are Democratic congressmen walking all around the Capitol.
It's Mike Johnson who's keeping this. I hate that there's this like debate over who's at fault here. The Republicans are in charge of the House and the Senate. Mike Johnson won't even swear in Adelita Grijalva.
Yeah.
You know, she was elected over a month ago. He's not opening up the House for debate. I mean, it's just unreal. It's disgusting. Anybody
when you have problems like this, you used to have people come to the table and sit down and figure out their differences. Let's figure it out. They're not even sitting down to air out their differences, which means that they don't believe in working together. They don't. They don't.
Right.
And their actions are proving that to be true right now. Don't tell me one thing. You're showing me by your actions, by refusing. Now, listen, I understand you don't want to, in their words, I'm trying to play devil's advocate. They don't want to negotiate with hostage. They feel like the Democrats are taking the government hostage. Okay, well, sit down to the table and let's talk about it. They're not even doing that.
They're not even doing that.
They're not even doing that at all. So the only communications they're getting from is stuff that you see on interviews with TV. Sit down and talk, because you know you've covered politics long enough to know that so many deals get worked out behind closed doors. You'd be like, wait a minute, y'all. Yeah. Wait, I thought y'all were miles apart, and then a whole nother get together, and they can't even be in the same room. And it's pathetic, and American people are suffering because Congress is still getting paid. And the Capitol Police are not. My former coworkers are not. The officers I just walked by are not getting paid.
And they're on the job.
But you know what? They will get a thank you Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwich. Thanks, guys. Here's Chick-fil-A. Give them their damn paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, that's unreal. It's disgusting. And the other thing is like when 63% of the American people say Donald Trump is not doing a good job of keeping costs down, it makes me kind of wonder, maybe that's why Mike Johnson is saying no third term. I mean, Mike Johnson is saying, you know what? We're going to lose. We're going to lose the majority. We're going to lose our seats. We don't want lame turkey Donald Trump squawking around, doing his thing, tearing down parts of the White House to build his ballrooms and all this stuff. And
despicable.
Yeah.
And you know what? And that's what it is, Jim. Like I said earlier, Donald Trump doesn't have to face the American voters again. Mike Johnson will. Every Republican will. Every Democrat will. Everybody's going to have to face those American voters again. And Lord, I hope they do not forget.
I know you would be number one in the list of people who would be a little suspicious as to whether folks might forget. But I also knew as a DC guy, DC area guy, you were definitely fired up about how federal workers are being treated right now, what's happening to just regular folks right now. Harry, thank you as always. Really appreciate it. Good to see you.
Thank you, Jim. Talk to you soon, my friend.